everyone. Thank you for tuning in. I am Jay Lee. This is Jay Lee's Corner. And this is another edition of Car Conversation on Jay Lee's Corner. Okay. I hope everybody's having a great Friday. Okay. This is my review for Growing Up Hip Hop Atlanta. I feel like not much happened on last night's episode. And so, because I just recently watched it, like just now, I'm like, I think I can talk about it. Like, I took notes and all that stuff too, because I was going to do it once I get home. But I'm like, I think I'm going to do it right now. If you have not done so already, please take a moment to subscribe to my channel and become a whole J-Bird. J-Bird. I must be in a better mood because I said that with such vigor. Okay, it sounded amazing. Buzz bass all in my voice and everything. Little giggle. I feel like my phone is like jumping around and stuff. What else? I think that's it. Of course, like, comment, share, you know what I'm saying? Follow me on social media, on my Instagram. I'm the most active on Instagram at J_Lees_Corner. Okay, so last night's episode, I felt like it was just, Bow Wow talking to JD and Brad. Then, Ayana talking to Deb. Tammy and Andrea talking. Remarkable's weird performance, and then Deb and them at the little thing or whatever. So we see Bow Wow, Jermaine, and Brad meet up, you know what I'm saying, just to have a little chit chat or whatever, because Jermaine has not seen Bow Wow ever since he got out of jail. Okay, now he was only locked up for I don't even think it was a day. I don't know if it was a full 24 hours or if it was he got locked up at night at 4 a.m. and then he got out at 9 p.m. That's not really a whole day. That's not a whole 24 hours, but I digress. So they chit-chatting or whatever. Brad bring up how, her and Deb doing the little boot camp for artists, to teach them about, stage presence and, how to be this, media training. And I do think that thing that people need, but I'm like, is Brad and Deb the best ones to teach it? I don't know, because the way they be on the show sometimes it's not stage presence and it's not media trained, if you ask me. But I don't work there, okay? I work somewhere else, and I also work on YouTube. So we see that little conversation. And then JD so, Bob, what's been up since you got out of jail? Man, ain't like that or whatever. I'm just saying, you was in jail and I ain't talked to you. So they say, well, how was it? What happened? I was arrested. They had me handcuffed to some little gurney thing. I had to go to the little infirmary thing. I had to get naked and cough and hold my balls. You know what I'm saying? Same old prison procedure. Okay? And you're like, it was crazy. I was in for a whole day. Again, I don't think it was a whole day. JD then say, oh, you was only in there for 1 day. I was in there for 3. I said, when the fuck was JD in jail? How did I miss that tidbit? So Bob was like, man, that was in the, in the 90s, and you went to jail for jury duty. I was like, people go to jail for jury duty? Girl, I guess I do know that, but I've never known, for 3 days? What you do? Did you murder a jury? I was confused. I'm like, wow. So, he in plus back then, you didn't have social media, and it was just a different time to where, because I didn't know he went to jail for jury. I didn't know that. So I get what Bow Wow meant, you could go to jail for a couple of days in the 90s and no one would have known because it wasn't, the big time thing. But now, if you get a parking ticket, it's on TMZ, okay? If you cross the street wrong, it's on TMZ. And God forbid you say something wrong, okay, it's going to be all over the news and I'm going to probably talk about it. So, they're like, well, look, you should learn your lesson. Jermaine bring up how the night him and Key Lolo got into it. He I was there with y'all. I seen the shit going on. You know what I'm saying? I seen y'all arguing, and I heard you cussing her out, cussing and fussing at that girl. And I said to myself, as I seen y'all going to the car, I said, I wonder if tonight gonna be the night. He said, because we kept telling you, we kept warning him, and he just wasn't listening to us, that, something was gonna happen. And, something did happen. So he said, and sure enough, it happened. Something happened that gonna have to learn your lesson from. So they like, so what's your thing gonna be now? Like, what you gonna be up to now? Like, have you learned your lesson, this and that? I feel like they keep, I think people want Bow Wow to say, I beat her ass, or she beat my ass, and it's all my fault. Y'all all was right, I was wrong. And maybe if he do that, people leave him alone. I'm not one of those people. I don't care no more about him and Kilolo. I don't. I'm just so over this shit because, again, no one really knows what happened. But he said, I learned my lesson. I learned my lesson because, you know what I'm saying, I was in that jail cell, all by myself. Me and my lonesome. And, I just thought, like, I don't want to be here no more. And I'm like, y'all should be proud of that. Y'all should be happy he ain't saying, man, that shit wasn't nothing. I don't care. He's saying, man, look, I get it. I get it now. Let the man get it. Like, he ain't been dating nobody else that I know of. This year. Let that, who cares? He also brings up how Kinono kind of keeps the trial or the case is on hold or pending. And they're like, why still like pending them, whatever? Oh, the police, they ain't got me. They got a few cars. How one cop car? Girl, it is like 6 cars. Oh, it's a little accident. Oh shit, that wasn't me. Thank God. I hope they okay. But I done forgot what I was saying. But no, I feel like they should let him be. Okay, it's to me, girl. Is everybody in an accident? Slow down, damn it. There's another one on that side. Watch your ass, not watch your ass, old white woman. But see, y'all, this is car conversation. Is what happens. Anyway, so what? Kilolo wants the case to keep going, which I get because if she feel like she's a victim, she should do that. Like I get that whole part. But it's been a businesses that happen and ain't shit happen now, and I'm like, so girl, who cares? Oh yeah, Brad was like, y'all was in jail for 1 day for 3 days. I was there for almost 3 years. Well, Brad, you beat somebody over the head with a bottle. Like it was a whole case against your ass. So to miss me with the bullshit, she bring up too how her and Deb doing that little boot camp thing. When she needed because she going through bankruptcy and she got that settlement off her head because the lady who asked she hit the head with a bottle sued her and got some millions and Brad ain't paid her ass yet. Brad also tell Bow Wow, this case is or this accusation, this thing gonna follow you for the rest of your life. And then he like, it ain't. Yes, it is because man, I'm like Brad. Your case follow you because you ain't finished this shit yet. You still owe that lady money. If Brad would have paid that lady, nobody would keep talking about what happened back then. But you ain't paid that girl. Pay that lady her money. That's why you still have that come up. Some people do have cases and it don't follow them forever. As long as they not and doing the same thing with them. So he may not, it may not happen. But I'm like, girl, whatever. So that was that whole thing. We do see, and y'all know who go talk to Deb. I feel like it was a petty moment. She went to go see Deb just to say her and Brandon still beefing. Okay, bitch, Deb know that. You gonna remind her every time you see it? That's your whole storyline that you and Brandon don't get along. I think it's bullshit. I think it's a bullshit try to have you on the show because you ain't got shit. Stop texting me. Because you ain't got shit else going on. But, I mean, if that's what you want to do, then that's what you want to do. And it's like, yeah, me and Brandon still beefing. And you know what I'm saying? He came to buy a party or whatever. We got to put there. We don't care. She then say, oh, yeah, ain't he supposed to be in firefighter school, like in firefighter training? And they're like, well, yeah, he been, at it for like a couple weeks or whatever. So, I got him then say, he ain't gonna lose no weight. And they started laughing. I ain't found the shit funny. And I did not find it funny because I'm a plus ass girl. I didn't find it funny because there are actually firefighters who are not as skinny or as in shape as you would assume all firefighters are. And so to me that's the thing. That's like saying, oh, somebody happens to be big, they can also be strong. And I think we all know that's not true. Well, traffic's at a standstill. I don't know why. Should I come up or should I? Well, I'm recording, so it doesn't really matter. Anyway, so, she was being petty about that. Like, oh, he didn't lose no weight, and is he really in firefighter school? Deb then say, well, I haven't seen him lose weight. And I was like, well, damn it, Deb, you big too, bitch. How you gonna, girl? You gonna be messy, girl? I'm like, this is some bullshit. So she said, well, he been in there for a couple weeks, so I don't know what's going on, but he said he doing it. Ayana then pull up her phone and pull up like the rules of the academy and like who can be in it and how long it take to see, because now she's trying to make it seem as if he lying and he not really in firefighter academy. But bitch, if he is or if he isn't, what does it matter to you? Are you paying any of his bills? You not paying not now or that man bill, so why do you care if he in firefighter school, especially if y'all ain't even getting along right now? Like, let that man do what he gonna do, let him be what he gonna be, and move the fuck on. Should I come up? That line too long too. Damn it. If I come up here, I'm not gonna be the crazy person who cuts across traffic to get off on the freeway. But so that was the conversation. You know, she looked it up, so maybe he don't, doing this. He go, Deb, don't do that. I don't know. Don't put it in my head that he's lying, because, I would hate it if he was really lying. If he lying, that is fucked up, because you can't. This is the thing. It's one thing if somebody asks you, are you in firefighter school? And you lie and say yes. They asked you something and you lie. Okay, that's fucked up too. But for you to offer up lies for no reason is fucked up. So I'm hoping Brandon ain't out here lying. And, and maybe him in firefighter training, it's just him, trying to lose some weight to join the training. I don't know. What I do know is I didn't like how Ayana's whole thing going over there at hospital just to ask, one, if Brandon lost weight and if he really in firefighter school. I'm like, it was just some bullshit to me. But I was like, girl, whatever. Go fuck Amy, okay? Go get you a brand, okay? Go get your clothing line together. If you was more worried about your clothing line as you was the beef with you and Brandon, you might have a working clothing line, okay? But you don't. So we see that whole thing. We then see Deb nosy ass being Deb nosy ass again, and she is texting Andrea. Is it Andrea? Andrea Kelly. She texted Andrea asking her if she saw the, story that her husband, her ex-husband, R. Kelly, was arrested again and he got the news. I'm like, I think she see it. I feel like Andrea Kelly has an alert on her phone on Google or some whatever, and if something come out about her ex-husband, she gets notified. And I don't think there's anything wrong with that, mainly because they still have minor children. Like, her oldest is 21, but they still have young, kids who aren't grown yet. And I do think as they mama, she has the right to know what they daddy could be going through to warn her children, because ain't nothing worse than you find out some shit about your family online. So a lot of people been like, Drea Kelly need to go somewhere. I mean, she do need to go somewhere, but at the end of the day, that's a part of her life. I don't think she wants to be in this whole R. Kelly mess of it all. I don't. I feel like that's just her cross to bear. Like, her ex-husband happens to be think about this. Think about OJ kids. Okay? OJ kids' daddy is an accused murderer. And that happened when them kids was kids. So I feel like we have to understand Andrea's going to have some sort of connection to R. Kelly forever because they have children together. And their kids are still young. So sometimes, yes, it seems too much, but sometimes it's just, it is what it is. I don't know what else to say. So, I should show y'all this damn girl. It's like a standstill on the freeway. I'm on the freeway. I'm not on the Reed English freeway. I'm on another freeway. So, we see that. So she's like, well, yeah, I saw it. I'm good. And she looked at some other stuff. Because, of course, R. Kelly was arrested on the child sex charges. He also had, the child support stuff. So that's around this time that they filming. So she then FaceTimed her oldest daughter, Buku. I think it's Buku. I hope it's Buku. How you pronounce that girl name? Who is like, I just don't even want to talk about it. Like, it's just so much. I don't want to keep addressing it. You know what I'm saying? It's so hard. See, y'all asses was over there. Y'all saw it said close. Don't try to get over it now. That's why so much traffic. People kill me with that. Okay, I'm sorry, y'all. But the daughter buku, like, it's just so much going on, and she's tired of dealing with the conversations of it all, the haters of it all, the trolls of it all, who feel like they have the right to tell her how to feel, or like she has to either defend or go off about her daddy, and she isn't allowed the right to feel indifferent. You know what I'm saying? So we see that of them chit-chatting, and it was, that's really what it was. We then see, Andrea gonna have a little meet up with Tammy. They were at the little nail shop getting some little pedicures, manicures, or whatever. And, she's like, yeah, my ex-husband was, all these charges or whatever. It's so hard, having to deal with that. And I'm like, well, I guess that's true. She brings up how Robert stopped paying child support a year ago at that point. And she's like, people act like I'd be sitting around waiting for checks from him, and that's not true. She's like, I'll be out working my damn self. That's why, when Deb asked me if I wanted to join her or help her out at this workshop, I took the job because I be working. And I believe that. I don't think Andrea, since her and R. Kelly broke up, at least like 10 years ago, that she been basically living off his money. I feel like she don't seem like the kind of person who would do that. I feel like she wants to do things on her own, but she also wants him to pay child support. It can happen both ways. Not all women want enough money to only not have to work. You know what I'm saying? And I don't get that feeling from her. And if I did, y'all know I would tell y'all. So, she said how that's been difficult for her, and that's been the most complicated thing of people feeling like, she don't do shit besides get paid to be R. Kelly's wife. And that's not her truth. Her truth is, I've always worked, and I've always had to work since, me and him, broke up or whatever. And she said, I don't care what's going on between me and him. My only issue is he should not stop providing for his children. Like, don't stop doing that. Even if me and you ain't good right now, still supply, take care of your kids. I agree. Tammy bring up how she can relate, because when she divorced her daughter's father, I didn't even realize that Tammy was married to her daughter's father. But it's like when me and him got divorced, that happened to me in one way or the other. She brings up how, but luckily, she met Waka when her daughter was around 4. So Waka has been his daughter's life and has been, a father figure to her daughter since her daughter was 4. I think her daughter is like 13, 14 years old now. So, she's like, well, she get it, when you in some, a long-term relationship, and then, you're like, well, damn it, what am I going to do? Like, I need somebody to help pay these goddamn bills, and he ain't helping no more. So, she get that whole part. So they just bonded about that. And that was really it. Girl, this traffic is, I guess, the best thing for me to be reviewing stuff right now. Then we get to Remarkable's performance. Remarkable, who y'all know is Eazy-E's daughter, was performing that girl at some restaurant or bar type, thing, like a little open mic night type thing or whatever. It was her and 2 dancers. She can't dance. She admitted that she can't dance. And her dancers look like they ass can't dance either. So to me, the performance was a hot ass mess. Even if her flow was good, you're distracted because you got 2 fucked up dancers up there trying to dance, and then you can't dance either. And it's like, what the hell? What is going on? And so, like, Dad was there, Brad was there. We seen Brandon walk in, which made Brad say, I'm not doing this with y'all. I'm not doing this with y'all. Meaning she probably don't want to shoot no scenes with Brandon. So to see Brandon walk into a scene she doing, she probably was talking to the producer more than anybody else. But I digress. So Bow Wow came late. He missed the girl whole performance, but I feel like Bow Wow probably always late, and that's just what he is. But when Brandon see Bow come in, he said, this would be a great time for me and Bow to talk, since, I guess there's some issue between us. I'm like, Brandon, you bringing up old shit from, like, that first season you did with them, and I don't think he on that shit no more. I think when Brandon did that interview where he made it seem like, he was the star of the show, it rubbed everybody the wrong way, and he just hasn't had conversation with everybody since then, okay? Remarkable get off stage, and Deb and Brad both tell, like, you sounded amazing voice-wise. Like, your voice is amazing, but you need some work. Like, you need some fine-tuning. Like, So when I told y'all I couldn't dance, they said, yeah, your dancers can't dance either. So, just you don't dance no more, and, just get some better dance. If you're a rapper, you don't have to always dance, especially if you new and you don't know how to dance. Just rap, But you should, even if you can't dance, you should still have some kind of stage presence. And I feel like her stage presence was off. And I think it's because she kept trying to dance and not just, work the crowd. And then she had shades on. So they're like, with her having shades on, the crowd can't, connect with her or whatever. I just feel like it was a weird experience, a weird performance. And had I paid for it, I would have been like, boo. Boo. No, I wouldn't have. But I get when artists go and perform like that. Like Karla sometimes does lounges and shit like. But that's the difference is Karla get paid. Like lounges here paid Karla to come there and do like a 2 or 3 hour set. Her. So like it's different. I feel like Remarkable paid them to let her perform there. Is what I think happened. But I'm just gonna say that or whatever. So we see that Remarkable has a whole boyfriend who was there, a dude named something I can't remember right now. Bow Wow was saying like, oh yeah, she look good, man. I'll eat her like a peach. And I was like, that's just nasty. He also bring up how he just needs to be single. He wants to be single, because it'd be teen too much when he be in relationships. You should take some time to yourself, Bow. Just take some time to yourself and be off the bullshit. It's what? Why the police are? What's going on? The police on the freeway? Is it prisoners working on the freeway? Are these prisoners? That's why the police is everywhere? I'm so confused. What's going on around here? Anyway, so, that happened. We do see Bob and Brandon have a little conversation. And Brandon like, dude, like, what's up with you and me? Like, why we got issue? And Bob was like, what? I don't know what you're talking about. You tripping. You know what I'm saying? I ain't got issue with you. We good. He like, when you put some stuff about me on Twitter, Bob like, that shit happened a couple years. Like, I ain't even seen Brandon in a couple years or whatever. So he do say, I think you did something to piss me off. I think you did something that pissed me off, and that was me reacting to it. But we don't have no beef like that though. Like, it ain't no, ain't no issue between me and you. So, because if it was, when you came to my event, I would have said something. And I didn't, so we good. We good. And that was really it with them too. We do see, R. Kelly's daughter, Buku, and her mama talking a little bit. I'm not going to go fully detail into that. I will say this. Buku was just saying how people don't realize that she has the right to feel how she feel, even if it's conflicted. She said she's just happy now that she can say stuff like that. She said she brings up how people be on social media, just like dogging her, as if she should, disown her father or feel some kind of way about his charges. And she said what they forget is, I have real issues with my father. Fuck them charges. And I'm like, I completely get that. Andrea brought up how people forget that he is R. Kelly to them. In some charges, he's the artist, but he's still somebody's daddy. And they have issues with their father that has nothing to do with those charges. So if you, it's just hard shit to deal with. She brought up how, it got so bad for her, emotionally or whatever, that she at one point thought of or attempted suicide because it was just too much. She said she cries a lot, or she used to cry a lot, but she had to get to a point to where she is now to where she has to not let all the bullshit phase her. And you have to think about, how hard it has to be R. Kelly's daughter, with all these just anybody being the kid of someone accused of something. You know what I'm saying? And people want to blame you as if you had anything to do with it, and you didn't. And then you put, then on top of that, you have issues with that parent. So, it's a whole catch-22. So, I get that. And that's really what that conversation was. I don't want to go, because I think we know how hard that can be. And I never thought that the girl should be like, well, what he did was wrong. I felt like she ain't got to say shit. Because it depends on how she may not believe this shit. But she like, fuck them charges. Like, I have issues with him on a father-daughter, so I can't even worry about his charges because me and him ain't even good anyway. So, it ain't got nothing to do with me. Y'all gonna run? Okay, he's running. Like, so we seen that whole thing, and I am interested to see what else they give this season, because every episode they included in can't be about R. Kelly. I want us like, what are they doing in life is what should also come up here or there or everywhere, because otherwise it's gonna be a consistent R. Kelly, and I don't want that. Like, I don't want that at all. And the daughter, she only 21. I'm gonna like y'all. So Andrea bring up how it's, for her, she can disconnect from R. Kelly because she's divorced from him. She's like, with his kids, like, that's their flesh and blood connected. So, it's not as easy for them to separate themselves from Robert because it's their damn daddy. And I say that's absolutely right. And then the last thing we see is Deb and Brett go looking. Deb and Brett go looking at venues to do this whole. To do this what's it called, workshop for artists or whatever. And Deb feels like, okay, we have this venue, we have this place where we can bring all of them here. It's enough space for them. The place didn't look like a beautiful ballroom. It looked like an industrial space that they would have to clean out the little junk. Like, it was old tables and old couches, so they would have to clean it out and like just paint and do some little shit. You know what I'm saying? It didn't look bad. Here go Brad. This place don't look fly. I want it to look fly. I want it to look like, fly, so people who come will think that it's gonna. I'm like, why you keep saying fly? Brad, grow the fuck up. And I felt like, do you have fly money? If you don't have fly money, you can't want something better. If you can't afford something better, then don't be trying to spend more money. And if you have not been making any money yet, don't be trying to spend any money just yet either. Like, you should want the event to just be a success and then later on get a different or better venue. But that's just me. Deb then say, look, we are going to give me a chicken sandwich. We are going to I ask somebody else to come and help us. No, Deb, I don't know about that. You know what I'm saying? I don't want that to happen. I had to come to Wendy's, y'all, before I go in. I don't know about that. You know what I'm saying? Because every time you bring somebody around here, it be some bullshit. And why wouldn't you talk to me before you ask anybody? She didn't even know who Deb had asked first. And Deb like, calm down. I'm talking to you about it now. But, I wanted to be a success. I asked Andrea, who? And she like, Andre, R. Kelly ex-wife. See, that's that bullshit. People be using you. And, we don't have time to be out here feeding and clothing and housing people. Like, we need to work on them with their stage presence, this, and this. And I'm like, Brett, if you feel like Andrea, and Deb said, like, she's a dancer, like, she can teach them how to move. Ain't nobody gonna be dancing. Like, who gonna be dancing? I'm like, but they still should have somebody who can tell them how to have a better movement on the stage. I'm looking like your stiff ass and their stiff ass can't teach them how to move on stage. You can't. Why would you not want to have someone there who's able to tell them how to move? Period. Any camp, any workshop for new artists would have that. I feel like they can't be only focusing on rappers. You may have singers who may need to move around on stage, and I wouldn't listen to Brett or to tell me how to move. I just would not, because they both seem stiff. So Brett is all upset. I can't believe that people know you soft, so they play on that. I don't know why Deb gotta be soft. I'm like, girl, Brett upset because she don't want to split that money because she owes somebody. Brett owe people. She owe that lady who had she bust, and she going through bankruptcy. I feel like she don't want to share any money with anyone, because she then said anyone who you invite here to work with us is going to feel like they are included in what we're doing. And why would you do that? I don't want to do that. Don't do that. And while I feel like Deb could have talked to Brett before she invited Andrea, I still feel like it was a smart idea to invite her. Period. Point blank. And girl, and Brett walked away. I said, let her ass walk away and go do something else. Brett sometimes, I feel like sometimes Brett is still stuck in her being in prison, even though she been out for a long, long time. She still act like she don't know how to communicate with people or look at things in a different way. And I think because she's still financially struggling, because again, she's going through bankruptcy and she owed that lady that money, she's still trying to figure out what she gonna do. So when anybody throw anything different to her, her reaction is always to blow up versus see, it ain't that big of a deal. Like, I don't feel like y'all gonna do this workshop and y'all gonna make tons of money, but I do feel like if you gonna do it right. Like, yes, have someone there who can show them kids how to have stage presence. It's easy to say someone doesn't have it, but can you explain to them what they need to do? I don't know. So, and that was the end of the episode. So, I'm going to give me a chicken sandwich from Wendy's, so I can go home and watch Love at the Lockup and stuff. And I will talk to y'all later. Have a good Friday. Peace.